season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa State's offense comes onto the field first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Washington State's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Washington State has it all working right now. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking to throw for it. Buys a little time. Slings it downfield. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but it gets man covered.
He's got it, first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the completion on first down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Gathers. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Cyclones will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They're getting talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Red pass pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Steps away to find some room. Working on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Give to the back. There he goes. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Big fullback's got it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Got his man on the right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Washington State.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. San Diego State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory inside Snapdragon Stadium. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Now the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
Washington State 10, Iowa State 3.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's got his man, makes the grab. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Right on the money. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
The Cyclones will kick it away to crank up the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Gibbs. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Cyclones will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. This one's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Washington State going back to work on first down. The lone back's got it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Handoff to the fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got Zippo-Zilch on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Tries to sliver forward on the sneak. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down. Trying to barge in. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Cyclones will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line, and the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job of finishing.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And boy... close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll go to the sneak. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Working that left side. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening it. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got it down to the 3, now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job, playing fast, trusting their eyes.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly... to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. And the field goal unit is on the field. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington State.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a quarterback.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw. Fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.